Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today on this marvelous day. Welcome to the family, all my new viewers as well. Can't forget about you all. I hope everyone is healthy, and I hope your day was fulfilled with nothing but positivity, because you know we bring nothing but the positive vibes on this channel. Now, before we jump right into this, I want to give a shout out to Lifey. Feel free to check out Lifey down below. Original video link in the description. We got to show support to the original creators. Checking out his amazing video. Living in Australia as an American, checking out his first impression, things he noticed, what life was like when moving from the States to Australia. That is a huge change, guys. I mean, it's a major change. It's so positive. Like, I know when he touched down in Aussie, he was, yo, my goodness. He got worried about people walking with pipes. They're going to pickpocket you. What about this or that? Nobody got time for that. Australia brings nothing but the positive vibes, and I'm here for it. And we'll be checking out some Australian culture shocks. You know I love the culture shocks. There's always something new to learn. I feel like I'm chatting enough already. Let's
going
go
back
ahead.
to that first day in Darwin, we were walking through this field. We were just going to cut through it to go to our next appointment. And we were walking in the middle. All of a sudden, my companion just drops to the ground. I'm like, what the heck? And I look up, and there are these birds just hovering over us. There's about 5 or 6 of them.
See?
And they just start sort of dive bombing us. And
somebody in the comments actually said, no, the birds don't really do that. No. Don't lie to me. Don't lie. Don't do it. Come on, don't do that.
We got our backpacks and we're swinging them over our head and running. We don't even know what's happening. And there are a couple locals that were just sort of laughing at us. And we started talking to them, and they're like, you guys must be not from here. And we're like, yeah, this is our first day here. And he's like, well, those are birds called plovers, and they nest in the fields. And so we were walking right through the middle of their nest, and we had no idea. And if you look up the plover bird on Google, it's Plover. They have these little spikes on their wings. And so they come down and they can sort of spike you in the back of the head or area. And so it was pretty dangerous situation, but I had no idea. So do your research. Don't let it scare you. Just be educated. Man, you will really have a struggle understanding what some people are saying, because they speak fast, use very different words, but it is a cool experience for sure. I mean, and they love the American accent. They just think we have the coolest accent.
Stop it.
We think.
Is this true? We over here thinking y'all got the coolest accents. You know what I'm saying? No way.
I think they have the coolest accent.
Facts.
It's a really hard accent to pick up. I mean, I came home speaking just like I do now. I had a couple, different words and stuff like that I used. Still do, today from what I learned over there. But I wouldn't hate to burst your bubble, but I wouldn't expect to come home speaking with an Australian accent. It's just a really hard accent to pick up and to sort of change. I mean, they talk completely different than we do, but it's a really cool experience. They're the coolest, friendliest people in the world. I mean, you probably heard that, which it's true. And they're the funniest people as well. Holy cow. Almost all of them are just super witty, and they're not afraid to say something that might offend you.
My type of people.
And they're going to crack jokes. And I remember laughing a lot over there, and just from everybody that I met, just because they are just comedians. The whole country, I swear.
We would get along out there, guys. I'm a comedian. I love it. You could crack jokes, say whatever you want. As long as I know you joking towards me and everything. I'm looking at my light because I just want to make sure it's adjusted, guys. I didn't want it, strobe light beaming in my face and everybody talk about, man, how can you see? I'll be seeing the comments. But, I mean, come on, seriously, like.
It is really funny, really witty.
We would really get along out there, man.
To say whatever's on their mind. Their portion sizes,
fly.
holy cow, are very small compared to ours. When I first got to Adelaide, they took us to Subway, and it was our first sort of meal for lunch, and I just ordered a typical sub and a drink. Finish my drink, I go back up to refill my drink, and the lady's like, "Oh, are you gonna pay for that?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just getting a refill." And she's like, "You need to pay for that." I'm like, I remember looking at her and being like, "You guys don't do free refills here?" She's like, "No, that's the case for everywhere. McDonald's, you name it. You have to pay for every single drink," which is probably a good thing. I ended up honestly losing a little bit of weight out there just because I ate less, a lot less. And it took a while to get used to, for sure, but I mean, it was very beneficial.
But yet again, this is why we have the obesity issues we do now in the U.S. because people are greedy. They don't have no self-control. You tell them something is free, they gotta pay one time, and then it's all you can eat. Oh, they're gonna all you can eat, all you can drink, and they're gonna bring some home as well. And even if their bellies are full and their stomach, I don't know, you got the bubble guts or something, they're still bringing some to go home.
Notice a huge difference. Their ice cream is 20 times better than ours. Their chocolate, so much better. They have these things, it's almost like hamburger in terms of like it's available everywhere. It's very quick and easy, but they call them like meat pies. And they're really good. I mean, I love them. You'll love them. Everybody loves them. Just delicious. Right. There's a ton of stuff to do. Holy cow, from going to wildlife parks to see the kangaroos, the koala bears, all the crazy animals that they have over there, to in Darwin, YouTube, the jumping crocodile cruise. If you go up there, this is a must see. You're in this boat, they're dangling like little slabs of meat over the side.
We reacted to a video of that, guys. I think I even made it the thumbnail. It's ridiculous. These enormous freaks of nature coming up. Wanting to eat something, ready to chomp your hand off. You better have some bait or meat, some lamb, some goat, some ox, something on that line for them. Because they coming up. They coming up for something. Them things are huge. Like, they be in the swamps playing with the things. I'm like, ooh.
And these, we're talking, they're not little crocodiles. Like, they're like 15 feet long crocodiles just jumping out of the water, almost getting their full body out of the water to pick these pieces of meat up. And no joke, sometimes I could reach out and touch the crocodile. There's lots of beaches. We would go play ultimate frisbee on the beach, or football, or just go walk along the beach, or waterfalls, and really, really cool things to do. If you go to Alice Springs, there's Ayers Rock. Look it up. It's a really cool spot. It's, I think, one of the really probably one of the coolest places in the world that you can go to. Street fairs type things where they've got food from all over the world, and just go grab some lunch there. Nice. Tons and tons and tons of people. And they have these barbecue pits all over the place, parks, beaches. And you just go, you hit a button, it turns on. And you probably heard a lot about, like, shrimp, sausages, hot dogs. Like, that's their thing. And honestly, not one time did I ever have shrimp on the Barbie. So over there. So I don't know where that came from, but we did have a lot. We did barbecue a ton, but we did a lot of touch rugby. Holy cow, that's a fun sport. They play it all over. Rugby's just so popular there. Cricket, Aussie rules football. So we'd do that too. We'd play that. Cricket, not so much. It's just like a very slow, like baseball. So if baseball's already too slow for you, and cricket's gonna.
Baseball, football, it's just too slow. Like boxing, it's to the point, guys. Even our sports are rigged. I don't even really watch sports no more. I just catch up with the fights. Exhibitions and main events. Catch up with the fights. Boxing, MMA, you name it.
It'd be tough.
Amateurs, everything.
The other sports, Aussie rules and rugby. They're fun. Holy cow, they're a good time,
Yeah.
and they're pretty passionate about their sports over
Yeah.
there. So in general, I really did feel pretty safe over there. A lot of their crimes are typical robberies and stuff like that, but in general, I felt really, really safe. We did, unfortunately, in my area, have a break-in. I was with my companion. I'm a very deep sleeper, so I slept through the whole thing. But someone did break into our apartment.
No
There's
way.
a whole bunch of chaos, but nothing bad happened, thank goodness. But just keep your doors locked. You know, the typical stuff that you do, but in general, I feel like I felt pretty safe and not really ever in any dangerous situations, thank goodness. Adelaide.
Somebody still went in his crib and robbed and tore up his home, and he still feels that Australia is safe. Mind you, something like this perhaps maybe has never happened to him before. Something even as close to something bizarre like this in the US, and he still feels unsafe out here. Come on, guys.
Darwin and Alice Springs are three completely different worlds. Adelaide is hot and dry, and it gets a little bit of cold in their winter, so their seasons are flopped. Christmas is the hottest day of the year. July 4th is pretty cold. So it's a little weird to have that hot Christmas or have the different seasons that are changed. Alice Springs is almost it's the same. It's very dry. It's a lot of red rock, red dirt, the red sand all over the place. It is a different world. And then Darwin is extremely tropical.
Yeah.
They have two seasons. They have the wet season and the dry season. That's it.
Yeah.
The wet season, it will rain.
I love it.
Every single day.
I love it.
And if you're from Utah or a drier climate, you don't know what rain is until you've been to Darwin. And it is so wet. I can remember my shoes just being wet every day, just because the air is humid. It's so hard to get stuff to dry.
It's like a swampland. How many people I got watching this video live out there? What is it like? I love it. I love the rain, guys. So I could bear with this.
I can remember me and my companion were on our bikes, and this was my first day in Darwin. And, you know, it rains during the wet season. It rains every day, but we didn't know that. I mean, we both were actually new, and we heard this sound. We're like, what the heck is that sound? And we're just sitting on our bikes, and you can hear the rain coming before it even gets to you. I mean, that's how hard it rains. And it started pouring on us. Luckily, there are bus stops all over the place that are covered. And so those will be your go-to spots if you get up in Darwin. You'll cruise your bike or run to the bus stop. Usually it'll rain for 10 or 15 minutes and it goes away. But yeah, it's three different worlds. It's really cool. You'll have, if you go to either of them, you will have a very different experience. And they are both all have their positive aspects about them for sure. Very hot in all three places, at least in the summer. Hot and humid up in Darwin, hot and dry the other two places. So one of the things I thought that, you know, when I got off the plane, I thought I was going to see kangaroos, you know, in the front yards of people's houses. Really is not the case. I mean, they're pretty much like deer, you know. You'll see them, you know, out in the...
So they're just pests. If they're anything like deer, since we're imagining them as deers, like out here in the States, they're just pests. They get hit by cars. They're just roaming around. So many probably get hit on a daily basis, and you see them on the side of the road. Like, it's nothing. It's probably so normal. You know, out here, I'm thinking you guys glorify kangaroos and stuff. Meanwhile, I'll be mad at them on the side of your roads. I'm hearing like they get treated like the deers. Like it's and it's not animal cruelty because ain't nobody doing it on purpose now. No. It's just the fact that these creatures, they got no common sense. The creatures? I ain't even call them creatures. These animals, they don't got no common sense. They come bouncing out and they not paying attention. They want to bounce and look right when that car come. Smack. Now you a sandwich, you know?
Open fields, if you're way out in the middle of nowhere, you'll see them. Unfortunately, they've gotten hit by cars and stuff like that crossing the road. But the main place you'll see them is in the zoo. Okay. So you have the chance to go to like some wildlife parks where they just sort of hop around. They don't keep them in little enclosures, which is really nice. You can go feed them and you can pet them and all that stuff. But yeah, don't expect to see just kangaroos all over the place, because that's really not the case.
Facts. What about snakes though? What about the snakes though? I know a lot of you guys have been educating me on the snakes. You won't see them in Central, this, that. There's chances, but not really. A lot of people were saying I'll be good, but I've had some people saying that they be relaxing, watching TV or something, and just another day, a snake slithering over your foot and stuff like that, you know. I've had some people in the comments say it was BS, but maybe it just ain't happened to you yet, man. He said it happened twice to him.
Do your research on poisonous bugs, just different things in Australia. That's something I did not do. And when I look back on my time there were some experiences, you know, now that I've learned of all the poisonous and dangerous things that Australia has, I am blown away that I did not get, you know, bitten by a snake or, you know, crocodiles or whatever, because there are so many different things. And really I was sort of clueless to that and sort of learned as I went. So don't let us scare you, obviously. In Darwin, they have saltwater crocodiles.
Boy.
I mean, they're one of the most aggressive animals in the world, and you'll see all the time on like headlines of the newspaper of like crocodile attacks and stuff like that. And I was just sort of ignorant to it. I can remember we had these little hand fishing reels. It was around like a little spool, and one of them, we just went off the side of this little river that like ran into the beach, and we were right there on the sand just fishing. So many times there have been crocodile attacks or dogs getting, or kangaroos or whatever. And man, I just think about how lucky I was and how it's important to know what your dangers are. Obviously, don't let that deter you or anything like that, but just, educate yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, they even have poisonous fish. They have obviously a lot of snakes, a lot of spiders. A lot of their shopping centers they have, you imagine, our shopping mall, but having a Walmart attached to it or a Target attached to it. So you go to one place, you can get everything done, which is really nice.
And I noticed that about a lot of countries. They're like big supermarkets, everything, even stuff for your cars. You can get an oil change while you grocery shop, and your daughter could be getting her hair done, and your son could be, I don't know, eating somewhere in there or something, or in a comic store. So like, it's crazy how it works out there. This was a great video. Lifey right here. He's at 248K subscribers. Oh my goodness. 248K. Boy, I can't wait to get there someday. Go ahead and get him the 300K, man. Showing him love. Original video will be in the description down below. Everyone feel free to check out my Twitch. And please, feel free to educate me or, add on to this amazing video. Anything you feel you need to add or include down below in the comment section. Educate a brother. You know what I'm saying? Educate a brother. And as an American or, anybody else coming from around the world, traveling to Australia for the first time, what were some of the first things you noticed, first impression wise, and culture shocks that you noticed? And, were you kind of like surprised? Did they give you dirty looks and stuff? Because he was like, he looked at the lady, you guys don't do free refills? I wouldn't even I don't know. I would be scared to ask something like that, because I feel like, we got a lot of people that'd be like, no, this ain't the States. Duh. And that's when the stereotype kicks in, But I'm glad she actually was nice to him and she didn't disrespect him. That just goes to show, Australian people nice out there. Because I've heard a lot of stories, and Americans usually say like, hey, Don't say nothing stupid or foolish out there. Don't be ignorant and ask. You guys don't do this. Like, you got to be careful with certain things you say because the people will go off on you. And that's like that's the impression I've had over the time of all these countries. Like, okay, if I go out there, Strac, just ask for them to educate you, but do not say anything, crazy. So it's actually cool to know that, he was out there. They were educating him at the same time. They weren't being disrespectful or anything, and he was able to learn and experience some things, man. And that's what I'm looking for. I just wanna learn and educate myself without people judging. And it's so hard to get that in today's world. Asking questions. That's why we have so many clueless people. Nobody really want to ask the question, well, I don't know this, so what? Because what? You might go laughing at them and stuff. Like, we got to educate our people. I'm down for all the education. You see what I'm saying? I got my education. Feel free to spam whatever you want down below in the comment section. Recommend some more videos for us to react to. This was a amazing video. I enjoyed this topic. I like checking out these perspective videos with Americans and people from other countries, getting their perspectives and, the first impressions they had when visiting or moving, transitioning to other countries. It's crazy. You would think it's big just moving out of your parents' house or just moving to another state. Imagine a whole nother country, a whole nother climate, man. The time zones, everything is different. I mean, this was great. Everyone stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. I'm looking forward towards seeing every single one of you, and a couple new viewers, of course, in the next reaction video, man. Feel free to share this video and channel to your friends and family members. Tell them to join the family along. Join along on a journey if you feel they would be interested.